What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, welcome. I am the Wolfman, and I am proud today to be joined by our good friend and critic at FromTheFourthRow.com, Dan Skip Allen. Good to see you today, man. How are you doing?
Hey, welcome. Hey, I'm glad to be back with you guys. It's always fun to talk movies. In this case, television. You know, I watch a lot of TV. I review a lot of TV, probably more than most people you know. So I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, that's definitely why I reached out to you in particular, because I was like, he watches a lot of these shows. He knows a lot of the shows that we'll be talking about today and all that stuff. So I was like, I'll definitely reach out to Dan, and yeah, we definitely have a really exciting show for you guys tonight, because we're going to be breaking down the Emmy nominations, which happened on Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday is when they dropped. And so we're going to be just breaking them down, talking about them for you guys. We're not going to do every single category because there's a ton of stuff. We're not going to be like going really deep into the late night talk stuff, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to be going through like the major categories of like comedy series, drama series, and limited series, and just kind of break them all down for you guys and give our thoughts on some of these. And some of these shows I'm still catching up on. Like, I started watching some of these shows like as soon as the nominations were announced, and so like there are some shows that I am watching for the first time. A lot of these shows I have seen, though, especially in like the comedy series categories and stuff like that. So this is definitely something I think I'm excited about. First off, we'll just go around the bend. We'll start from the bottom with Dan, just work our way up on first off, Dan, what did you think of the Emmy nominations as a whole? And like, was there any like kind of snubs and surprises for you when you were looking at them?
Yeah, I thought as a whole it's solid. It's just like I just feel like there's some shows and miniseries that they could have really done a great job of rewarding, instead of they go back to the well with shows that I'm like, I say to myself, who's watching these shows? And ironically enough, now I'm going to be a Nielsen voter, so I'm saying this stuff, but I'm going to have to watch as many of these shows as I can pretty soon, because I'm going to be voting on the Nielsen as a Nielsen rating guy pretty soon. So, but yeah, I just wish more of like Apple. I mean, Apple did good, but they could have done better. I thought they really got a lot of snubs when it comes to the Apple shows, like Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, Masters of the Air, Manhunt, Sugar. I thought were all great shows, and I'm not a big comedy guy, but I did watch Animal Control, and I like Joel McHale in that, and I thought that was kind of fun. It just, I feel like they go back to the well too much with the same things, and I say to myself, who watches Hacks? I mean,
I watched the first 2 seasons of that show.
Yeah, it's a good show, because I mean, I always hear about the show, and I'm thinking, I don't know anybody that watches this. You know what I mean?
But Dan, though, to be fair, though, the lead always does great work. It's Jean Smart. Tell me where she's bad.
She was in what was the one with Kate Winslet, which I loved on HBO. Now they're going to have a second season. They're coming back with the second season of that. That was supposed to only be a miniseries. Now everything that they're supposed to be having a miniseries, then now it's going to be a series.
Like Shogun. That now is going to be like, or maybe
like jump ahead though. Fargo got nominated in limited series. It's like, I don't consider a show that's on its 5th season as a limited series.
No, but I don't know if they consider Fargo like each season a miniseries. What's the one with the horror anthology that they do? Each season is something different. Do they consider that a miniseries?
American Horror Story, I think. Yeah, I think that one would be also considered like a miniseries technically.
With Fargo though, it's different, is because like every single season ties in together, because like there's always a character who shows up in the next season that was in the previous one. So that's not really limited then.
But the Fargo, I believe, are based on true stories.
No.
Each season,
No.
that whole season 5, it's based on a story.
Okay.
Look it up.
Yeah.
And then the one with Chris Rock was based on a story from like 50 years ago or something like that, 60, 70 years ago. I believe the Fargo stories are based on a real story that actually happened. And this particular one is a more recent story that happened. And you can look it up. Oh, God. And I'll tell you right now, I remember the story on the news. What a wild, wacky story it was. I didn't expect it to be turned into a season of Fargo, but there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's just my personal love of certain things, and they didn't get as much love as I wanted them to, so it kind of I'm a little butthurt about that. So that's basically what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
I was thinking like Anna Sawai could have been a double nominee, or Anthony Boyle could have been a double nominee, or Colin Farrell could have been a nominee, or you know what I mean? Or Austin Butler or Barry Keoghan from Masters of the Air. I mean, stuff like that. It's just like it's kind of, it sucks that these guys,
especially
things,
Apple TV Plus, they have such great series. Like I was so happy to see Slow Horses finally get in
Slow
there and
Horses,
such.
great show.
So I was like finally happy to see that, but then at the same time, every single time they nominate the morning show, and I've tried seeing it. It's such a generic TV series, and it's like every single time that's always nominated in drama, and I'm
in the same boat as you are. I'm like, why do we keep getting Hacks? Why do we keep getting the morning show? Can't we get some? I know people. You say that about, how about The Crown? Because The Crown, the difference in The Crown is it's a 2-season arc of the same actors, and they change the actors every 2 seasons, and you get the same actors playing the same characters for about 2. But it's dramatic stuff. It's stuff that we don't know about the royals, like from the point of view of the royals. We don't get that. We get the news. We get whatever the news gets about the royals. That's what we get. We get the Diana news. I was alive when it happened. You guys are probably pretty young, but I saw her when she married Prince Charles. And I remember that was a massive wedding back in the day, in early 80s. And that was everywhere when she got killed. And then to see the ins and outs of that on The Crown, that stuff was pretty riveting, if you ask me. And I thought, Elizabeth Debicki, wow. I can't imagine. I love Kristen Stewart, but I can't imagine somebody playing Princess Diana better than Elizabeth Debicki. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't watch The Crown, but like one nomination made me happy is that Dominic West. If you can believe it, this is his first Emmy nomination after all those years on The Wire. He's literally Emmy worthy on The Wire.
And Rome. If you ever never seen Rome, watch him on Rome. There's 2 seasons of Rome. It's got Ray Stevenson, Kevin McKidd, Dominic West. Oh man, Rome is great. It's only 2 seasons. I wanted that to go on further, but it was expensive to make.
So before we just talking on the subject of The Crown, before we continue further, I do want to say that I think as far as snubs go, for me, I do want to say that probably one of the biggest snubs is that there was no Elizabeth Debicki actually nominated, but they did nominate Imelda Staunton. But they could have at least nominated both of them for The Crown.
Elizabeth Debicki's 10 times better in this season of The Crown than Imelda Staunton is. I'm telling you right now, Elizabeth Debicki got robbed.
Yeah, and just the fact that you could have easily taken out why is Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon nominated? You could have taken out one of them and put in Elizabeth Debicki. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that is
you're
annoying.
And the thing is, people forget this, and I want to make this point clear. We're not talking about part 2 of season 6 of The Crown. We're talking about part 1 of. They split The Crown into 2 parts. And we're talking about same thing with the Bear. We're not talking about this season of the Bear. We're talking about last season of the Bear. We're talking about anything that ended May 1 of 2024. So it goes all the way back to last year.
May 31st, actually, Dan. Sorry.
May 31st. So June 1st, basically. Yeah. Okay, my apologies.
June 1st of 2023 to May 31st of 2024.
Yeah. So people get confused by, oh, no, we're talking about stuff sometimes that came out a year ago. You know?
Yeah.
The Bear literally came out, season 2 came out just before the deadline for the Emmys cutoff. So the Bear season 2 is what is being nominated, not the Bear season 3.
Yeah.
And we just had an Emmys in January because of the strikes. So that confuses people a lot too, you know. So people, I just wanted to keep that in mind for people.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you guys think though, like 5 years ago, even Fallout gets nominated or no? I don't think so.
Nope.
No.
It's The Last of Us. It's Walking Dead. It's Stranger Things. Those paved the way, in my opinion, for Fallout.
If Fallout didn't have the ratings it did, I don't think it would have gotten a nomination. But it got like what was it? Like 2 billion views or something. It had a ton of views for TV, and people were like shocked. It was like the most watched Amazon Prime video series, and so the fact it was the most watched series on there, like I was like, okay, this is when it's going to get the Emmy nomination. Now is definitely the moment it became a ratings hit, and I was happy to see some love for that show, and I think another big snub we need to talk about is the fact there was nothing for The Curse. People thought The Curse was going to get in it from Showtime, and there was absolutely nothing in there. Emma Stone didn't even get nominated for it. There was zero. It got completely goose egged. Also, nothing in the major categories for Loki season 2. Some people was thinking Loki season 2 could maybe potentially get some stuff in there, but it didn't, and that was like really shocking. So, and I remember, I think I actually took out, like, I did pretty good in all the major series categories and predicting, but I think I ended up taking out the Gilded Age because I was like, who's seen the Gilded Age? I took that out, and then I put in like The Curse or something like that. And now I wish I
but I counted Mike, and then like, guess how many acting nominations the morning show got? I counted 8.
Jeez Louise.
A lot of guest nominees, right?
Actually more supporting.
Really? Yeah.
Supporting, but also probably guest as well. It's just we'll definitely break these down and just kind of talk about. Is there any other kind of like snubs or surprises y'all want to talk about? Or?
Dan already said my number 1, which was Masters of the Air.
Yeah, Masters of the Air. Which also I do want to talk about a snub / surprise for me. So like there was one, this got nominated at least for one category, and it made me so happy to see it nominated in this category, because if none of y'all are watching the show Under the Bridge, what are y'all doing? That show is phenomenal.
Great show.
And it is one of those ones where I was really rooting for it to do better. Like I wanted it to get in limited series. I wanted it to get in all this stuff. But I was just so giddy and happy when they said Lily Gladstone's name, and when I saw her name pop up, I was just like so happy, because she was mind-bogglingly good on that show. And
come on now, be honest with me. Now, have you seen Fancy Dance yet?
I have not seen.
Okay, have you seen Killers of the Flower Moon? So,
oh yeah, of course.
She's not any different than anything else she's done. She's not like playing a different character. She's playing herself, playing a character. She doesn't do anything different in any of her characters. She's just playing, okay, this is my character. I'm playing me, playing this character. It's just like, come on now. I mean, when are we going to get over this fascination for Lily Gladstone? But hey, whatever. I'm glad you like her.
It's a subtlety to her. She's got this subtleness to all of her performances that she does,
Yeah.
and that's what I really appreciate about her and such. But I am happy the show got nominated for something because
Yeah, it's a good show.
Because I liked it a lot. But yeah, and then also of course I was super happy to see my man Andrew Scott nominated for an Emmy for Ripley. That was just like,
Mike, please tell me that you've seen the movie now. Please tell me.
I'm going to finish binging the show and then I'm gonna see the movie.
Damn.
Tell me that ain't one of the most gorgeous shows you've ever seen in your entire life.
It's so good.
Wolf has never seen The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Well, he wasn't born when The Talented Mr. Ripley.
I know, but
I have seen some. I have seen some though, like some classics and stuff. You'll see.
Yeah, no. 1999 was a great year for films.
Yeah,
and I remember that year. I just vividly remember 1999 so well. It's just like I couldn't believe how many great films that came out that year. But no, that movie is incredible. But I'll tell you right now, what they did with their re-envisioning of that book and what they turned it into in Ripley is an absolute masterpiece. It's going to probably lose, but agree with me, Michael. Isn't every shot in that movie like a master shot, like perfection cinematography wise? It's like, how could you be so perfect? Literally every shot in the show is like, like a painting. You know, it's so perfect. And the black and white, oh God, it was so amazing, wasn't it?
It fits so good, and you just every single frame of it feels like something that you could like put on in the background, like those little art pieces that like are on your smart TVs, like the little slideshow art pieces that they'll play occasionally. Like I just feel like it's like that kind of thing. You can put it on in the background if you just want to see pretty images, you know, as well as watch it and get really great storytelling. I'm on like episode 4 right now because I've been binging it, so I'm not finished with it yet, but it's like so far I am absolutely loving it.
It's amazing. It's one of the most gorgeous shows I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've been watching TV shows for 50 years. And I just am like, how could you possibly get those shots? Every shot of every episode. You know what I mean? It's like you look when you're like they'll be sitting at a table. There's stuff on the table. There's like the freaking ocean and stuff in the background. It's like, how do you get these shots? They're incredible shots, like hallway shots, staircase shots. I mean, it's just amazing, right?
Oh man, it is. Yeah, it's one of those things where you watch and you wonder like how they even pulled it off, like how you're like want to see the magic behind it. And Andrew Scott, he's one of my favorite actors just working today, period. Like he's so good in everything he does. And
look this up, Ross. Has he? I don't know. I know he's been nominated, but I don't know if he's won. Look this up. See if Andrew Scott has won an Emmy. I know he's been nominated for Sherlock. I just don't know. No. It was on Amazon. Fleabag. I believe he won for Fleabag. Now that I think about it, I think he won an Emmy for Fleabag.
Nope, never won an Emmy at all. It says Emmy Awards, wins 0 nominations, 3. He's only won 1 BAFTA and two now like Olivier Awards.
So he's been nominated for Fleabag, then, and I know he's been nominated for Sherlock. So.
Wow, I forgot he was in John Adams, which is incredible.
Yeah.
This is a great actor.
And then he was also nominated for an episode of Black Mirror that he did, which was which was the one from like season 5, I believe, of Black Mirror. So the season 4, the newest one, he did an episode where he was like in the car the whole time, and it was like him on the phone and talking about how he wanted to like talk to this guy, and it was like holding this one dude hostage, and it was, but it was really, really good, and his performance, I remember just being mind-bogglingly excellent, and so he was Emmy nominated for that episode.
And they said that now, like he was in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I remember him Saving Private Ryan. Now, did you say that? I do. It came right to me. I remember him in Saving Private. But yeah, he plays the villain in Sherlock, and he is nasty.
He's so good. He's so good, though.
He's such a good actor. You're thinking this guy should have won awards by now. It would be amazing if he could pull off the win for Ripley. Oh man, that would be so freaking amazing.
I would actually like full on just cheer, just run around my living room, just cheering and just screaming that he if he wins.
He's one of the ones that I'm rooting for. Ripley and Nat are one of the ones. Like I know Baby Reindeer, screw Baby Reindeer. Ripley is the show that's really the masterpiece. You know?
I will say though, that actor from Baby Reindeer also incredible performance. Like the scene when he's like talking on the mic and then he's doing the open mic night thing and he's confessing everything that's happened to him. Like he also gave an amazing performance. So I wouldn't be mad if he won. And of course, you know, John Hamm and Fargo, stuff like that. So like it is a tough category, but if he won for Ripley, I'd be giddy over that.
And you just reminded me, Eric. Nobody saw Eric, and Benedict Cumberbatch is incredible in that show. I mean, incredible. He's amazing. Nobody watched Eric. I'm like, damn it, man. I loved Eric so much, but
I mean, but like you said, a lot like who watched a lot of these kind of shows, but yeah, we can start. That's a good segue because we can start breaking down the limited series. Start off with them. We can start kind of breaking those down, and we'll start off with the outstanding limited or anthology series. I think that's also okay. So to answer Ross's question, first off, the way they word it is outstanding limited or anthology series, and so technically Fargo is an anthology series. So because every episode, every season, even if there's another character from a previous season, it's an anthology series because each story is a different story. So it's like one of those kind of things. So that makes sense now looking at it. So that's why they also have True Detective in there, True Detective Night Country, and a few other stuff because that is a anthology different series. Yeah. So, but yeah, so your nominees were Baby Reindeer, Fargo season 5, Lessons in Chemistry, Ripley, and True Detective Night Country. So, what do y'all think of those?
I haven't seen any of those because I'm catching up on Fargo, but from what you tell me, Baby Reindeer is going to win.
I've seen all 5 of them. I've seen every one of them, and I'll tell you what. I love all these shows. These are all great shows, and they're all entertaining shows. I have so much love for Ripley that I want Ripley to win. But if I had to take one out, I know it's blasphemy. How dare you take one out? I'd say get rid of Baby Reindeer and put Sugar in there. That's just me because I love Sugar so much. You know, I think Sugar's so incredible. But Baby Reindeer was the one that hit everybody by storm. It was like this crazy thing, and that's why it's in there. But if I had to replace one of these, because I've seen every one of them, and they're all amazing in their own way, and some of them are period, some of them are modern, and they just all look different. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, it's a really good, strong category. I mean, the nominees are really strong. I don't know why 5. Why not 6? Why not just make it 6 and throw in an extra nominee? If you got some of these categories have 7 or 8 nominees, so why not just throw a 6th in there and give it to Sugar or give it to Manhunt or Masters of the Air or whatever? You know what I mean? I mean, why 5? You know what I mean? But
well, I know that they made they did make a rule this year on like limiting certain amount of like nominees that they can do because. I think it was the one year that Dope Sick and White Lotus came out. They got a lot of complaints that everything was just Dope Sick, the White Lotus, Dope Sick, the White Lotus, Dope Sick, the White Lotus, and there was like the only shows they were nominating because they would nominate like 5 actors from the White Lotus and like 2 actors from Dope Sick, and like no other shows would get in, and so people were like upset about that. So I think they made a limit too on like just like a show being repeated nominated this year, like so many times. It can only be like repeated nominated like 2 or 3 times, I think, this year, something like that. So that's what
you'll see me. I'm strong with a lot of Apple shows, and I have watched FX shows after they've aired because I don't get screeners of FX shows. My website's not big enough to where FX is real stingy with me, and they're stingy in general. So I didn't get some of the FX shows. I see them after they air. But yeah, Lessons in Chemistry with Brie Larson and Louis Pullman are fantastic. It's a period piece set in the 60s, gorgeous to look at, but Ripley, to me, is just looking at these 5 shows, Ripley is the creme de la creme of these 5 shows. And I'll die on that. I'll die on that rock because I believe it. I strongly believe it.
Yeah, I've seen 3 of these. I've actually not caught up on Fargo yet. I need to catch up on some on Fargo season 5. But I have, and I've not seen Lessons in Chemistry yet. That's one of the ones I will be watching before the Emmys happen in September. But I will say that of these ones I have seen, I'm not even fully finished with Ripley yet. I'm like 4 episodes in, and I would say that like that one probably, in my opinion, is the best of the bunch so far. I liked the first parts of True Detective Night Country, and then I felt like the finale kind of, I don't know, for me the finale didn't work that well. Baby Reindeer, it was good, really good, but watching it, I felt like that show was super overhyped. People were like hyping that show up like so much, and I watched it, binged it in like one sitting practically, and then was just like, it was really good, but like I could pick apart a few things. I could like do this and that, and like people were hyping that up like it was the best show and that they've seen in like the last 10 years or whatever. And I was like, it was not that good, guys. So, but it is probably going to win because it was the talk of the town and people, and it was a huge show. And I bet you Shogun, that's probably the reason why they decided to renew Shogun for seasons 2 and 3 is because they didn't want to go up against Baby Reindeer in the limited series category, because they were like, no, we can win if we're in drama series. And yeah.
But same with like Monarch. They end up getting a second season. It's like these shows were supposed to be miniseries, but then there wouldn't be a lot of great technical series. So by the ratings of some of these shows, it got them to where, we want to get more seasons and get more ratings, I guess, Yeah,
so next category, I'll do lead actor and lead actress like together. But we'll do it's Matt Bomer for Fellow Travelers, Richard Gadd for Baby Reindeer, John Hamm for Fargo, Tom Hollander, love him. Haven't seen the show, but I love that actor. He's great. Tom Hollander for Feud, Capote versus the Swans, and then Andrew Scott for Ripley. And then for
good.
Oh yeah, and then for the actress ones, we'll break them both down at once I read off actress. But we'll do it's Jodie Foster for True Detective Night Country, Brie Larson for Lessons in Chemistry, Juno Temple for Fargo, Sofia Vergara for Griselda, and then Naomi Watts for Feud, Capote versus the Swans. So, what are your thoughts on actor and actress? Man?
Yeah, I haven't seen Fellow Travelers. Been meaning to watch it, just haven't got around to it. Obviously, all the other ones I have seen. I have Tom Hollander. This guy, he's one of those actors. You think, okay, he's a straightforward kind of British kind of tea drinking kind of guy, but he can meld into something different. Like he was something different in White Lotus. He's been in like historical epics and things. He plays British characters in Red Coats or whatever. But he really melded into playing Truman Capote in this. And he's kind of shady as Truman Capote in this. He's a little shady, but I thought he was fun. He was fun to watch. And that's with any actor, you just want to enjoy their performance. So it's not like I hated Feud Capote versus the Swans, but I did like Tom Hollander in it, and he was one of the better parts about the show for me. The show as a whole, whatever. I would have, with 5 nominees, I'm thinking to myself, where's Jason Isaac for he played not Humphrey Bogart, Cary Grant, and thinking that there was 4 episodes of that.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
on BritBox. Where's Jason Isaac as Cary Grant in this category? I don't know. Obviously you can't get everybody in. I know that. I understand it. So and then where's all
the main guy from The Sympathizer too? He was really good. The main character from the main actor from that. Yeah.
I mean, where's Anthony Boyle? Where's what's his face? He from Outlander, but he went from Outlander to The Crown, and then he was in Manhunt. Oh, what's his name? Come on, guys, help me out. Damn it, I can't think of his name.
Anthony Boyle, you said, or
no. Anthony Boyle. Oh, Anthony Boyle is great. He's in Master of the Air and Manhunt, but it's the main guy in Manhunt. He was in Outlander. He's been in The Crown, and now he was in Manhunt. He played
Tobias Menzies.
Yeah. Where is Tobias Menzies in this category for Manhunt? I thought Tobias Menzies was great in that show, in that miniseries. It's a show about trying to find John Wilkes Booth, who killed Lincoln.
Oh, wow.
It's a show about that, and very good. And I thought he was amazing in it. So, I mean, you can't get everybody, but I would have had him there, and I would have gotten, I don't know who
Colin Farrell too
Colin Farrell for Sugar. It's like ridiculous. I mean, he is so good at Sugar, but like I said.
But I had a question about the lead actor thing, though. Sorry, Dan, but this ties into it. Would you nominate Austin Butler for lead actor? I would not, because he disappears for like half the show.
For what? For
Master of the Air?
No, he's supporting. The lead is Anthony Boyle.
Yeah.
Because he's in most of the episodes. Yeah, Austin Butler and Barry Keoghan, they're only in a few episodes, For women, no. I'll tell you right now, I haven't seen Griselda, so I don't know about her. But I would get rid of Sofia Vergara. I know. I put Anna Sawai in there for Monarch Legacy of Monsters if it was me. That's just me, my bias of.
Well, it's not a limited series anymore.
Yeah, well, it's limited. Yeah. It was a limited series until they said, "Hey, let's make a second season." Then there's like, "Oh, now it's a regular series." So it's same thing with Shogun. It was a limited series. We all know it was a limited series, and then they said, "Oh, people are watching this. People like this. Same thing. White Lotus was a limited series. Oh, let's do season 2. Let's do season 3 of White Lotus. So it's just a workaround for the Emmys, for them to not having to worry about, because there's so many possible nominees. It's their way of doing, and Hulu and Apple. It's just their way of having to work around. Michael, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'd get rid of Sofia Vergara. I don't know who I would have put in there in place of her, but I like I love Anna Sawai and Monarch, so I would have put her in there. But that's
Yeah, I
see what you're saying.
She was really good in Monarch. I think I liked her performance a little more in Shogun, but she was still really good in Monarch. Her character kind of annoyed me a little bit. Her performance is good, but her character kind of annoyed me at times, because I'm like, girl, you gotta get over your daddy issues. Like, seriously.
She just had some emotions.
Yeah, I get that. But it was like, but then as far as this category goes, the only one I've actually seen here is Jodie Foster's performance. So I can't really judge the other ones. I don't really know how they are. But all I know is that the haters of Brie Larson need to calm down, because she's a really good. She's a fantastic actress whenever she is in the right kind of content.
Juno Temple, I know we've been we get used to watching her in Ted Lasso the last 3 seasons or 3 or 4 years. She is going through hell in Fargo. I mean, she goes through hell in Fargo, and she's really good. Well-deserved nomination for her.
She was also great in The Offer too. She was.
Oh, I love her in The Offer.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh, completely robbed. Nothing for I mean, get the hell out of here. they piss me. This is
I know. Like, you know who actually I thought should have been nominated though for the offer? You know, like it is what's the guy's name? The name's escaping, but like he's the comedic guy. Like he played I think he played Puzo in the offer.
Oh, bigger guy. Yeah, I forget the guy's name. I thought what's the guy that played Francis Ford Coppola was really good.
Yeah.
He's the main guy well, one of the main guys in the Fantastic Beasts series.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I thought he played Puzo, but no, yeah. But
no, he played Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah.
Yes.
He is really good. He is Coppola. But yeah, completely shut out, ridiculously robbed of anything. Once again, Jason Isaacs as the producer guy, Robert Evans, amazing. No. My bad. It is not Jason Isaacs. It's
Bomer.
Matthew Good with Robert Evans. Oh my God.
Nice.
So good. But
yeah, he is a great actor. But going into these next categories, I do want to like make a mild rant about something because we saw how like they limit like 5 in limited series, and then there was maybe like 5 or 6 in actor and actress. Yeah, there was 1, 2, 3, 5 in like actor and actress.
Yeah.
But then for whatever reason, supporting actor and supporting actress have 7. It's just like I don't understand that. Like
I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand it. If you're gonna be strict to the same thing for all the things. Don't for comedy and drama and then supporting actor this, because I know why they do it, Michael. It's because they add movie and miniseries and anthology together into one category in supporting. They don't have multiple supporting categories for movie, made for TV movie, and limited series or anthology. They lump them together, so that's why they give it 7, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's why they do it.
That makes sense. And even though looking at this list of nominees, none of them are from a TV movie, but that's that's fine. They're all from limited series. But we've got Jonathan Bailey for Fellow Travelers, Robert Downey Jr. for The Sympathizer, Tom Goodman Hill for Baby Reindeer, John Hawkes for True Detective Night Country, Lamone Morris for Fargo, Lewis Pullman for Lessons in Chemistry, and then Treat Williams for Feud Capote versus the Swans. And then the ones in a supporting actress, we have here it is. So we've got Dakota Fanning for Ripley, Lily Gladstone Under the Bridge, Jessica Gunning for Baby Reindeer, Aja Naomi Keene for Lessons in Chemistry, Diane Lane for Feud Capote versus Swans, Nava Mayu for Baby Reindeer, and then Callie Reese for True Detective Night Country. So what do we think of the supporting categories in the limited series?
You got anything on this, Ross?
Oh yes, I do actually. Like Robert Downey Jr. is great, but I kind of hope that I haven't seen the show yet, but I saw Robert Downey Jr. one. I just hope that like Treat Williams wins because like it'll be a nice posthumous award,
Posthumous, yeah. I was going to say that too, but it's posthumous for Treat Williams, yeah. So that's interesting, for him. That's yeah, that's sad. Fellow Travelers, I haven't seen. Sympathizer, what's the Sympathizer on?
HBO Max.
HBO, yeah.
I have to go back and watch that because
Robert Downey Jr. plays 4 parts too.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch that then because I don't think I've ever seen the Sympathizer.
Yeah, but like he plays a scumbag in it.
Does he?
Oh yeah, he's a dick in that show.
First episode, like this girl's like since like Vietnam, she's talking about like how her like village was slaughtered. He's literally smoking a cigar and cracking up like it's the funniest joke he's ever heard in his life.
Oh, I have to watch that then. I have like HBO Max for like a month, and I'm gonna have to catch up on some of these shows. I'm gonna have to watch that one. But I mean, looking at the people in here, it's pretty much a who's who of the shows that I've already seen and the ones that I like. So, I mean, I like the girl from True Detective Night Country Calories. I'm glad her and Lily Gladstone, the first two Native Americans to be nominated and ever for the Emmys, or was it? Is that, am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and she's really good. I like her. But this is pretty much par for the course as far as, and then they're both in the same category. So
yeah.
I like Dakota Fanning and Ripley. I don't know if she's going to win. But the male side, I haven't seen Fellow Travelers, haven't seen The Sympathizer, but the other ones I've seen. And Lewis Pullman's really good in Lessons in Chemistry. I'd like to see him win. But like Ross said, if Treat Williams would win here, that would be nice posthumous award for Treat Williams, But other than that, that's all.
And Mike, we just watched the movie with them too, and we watched it together. Remember, Ethan was Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh yeah, he is. I totally forgot that Treat Williams was in Once Upon a Time in America. But whenever it's coming down to this, first off, I also am a huge fan of Callie Reese. I was a big fan of hers since the first time I watched that movie, Catch the Fair One, which was like the independent film that happened. I remember seeing that I watched that at like the virtual Tribeca Film Fest, or was it Tribeca? I think it was, when they did it virtually for the COVID year. I remember seeing that and being blown away by her performance, and just was absolutely, was like, I'm going to see anything she does next. And then she was in True Detective Night Country, was phenomenal in that series. I thought she's excellent right now, and I just can't wait to see where she goes further into her career. So that made me very happy. Of course, I'm a big Lily Gladstone fan. Happy to see love for that show. The two Baby Reindeer actors, I'll give them credit. They were both really good. All the acting was really good in Baby Reindeer. Even if I have some issues with some plot elements of that show and other stuff like that, the acting of that show is incredible. So I definitely think that they're deserved. And I wonder if Navu Mayu, I don't know if this is like, I don't think she's like the first trans person to be nominated, right? Or is that
I was thinking that myself. I was thinking, is that the trans girl?
Yeah,
really good. I thought she was fantastic in that show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I did like her a lot, and I was like, oh wow, they have a trans person getting nominated for an Emmy, and I didn't know. I know people have played trans people and got nominees.
Yeah,
but I don't think they've ever been nominated. And then I think some of the reality shows have had trans people that have won for reality shows or whatever, right?
Yeah,
RuPaul's Drag Race and stuff. But yeah. I don't think anybody's ever a real life trans person has been nominated, unless Elliot Page. Has Elliot Page been nominated for anything?
I don't think as Elliot Page. I think like maybe Ellen back Page. When she was Ellen Page. I think maybe, but I'm curious because I don't know if Hunter Schafer's ever been nominated for Euphoria or not. That's
she considered trans?
Yeah, apparently she is. Apparently that it was a dude that transitioned to a girl.
Actually,
for Hunter Schafer.
Actually, like Laverne Cox has 4 Emmy nominations. So
there you go, Laverne Cox. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hunter Schafer is a man transitioned to a woman.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe because apparently it was when he was like very, very young, like a young kid practically. He got transitioned, so then that's why he got a lot of the female hormones, because when you transition at a younger age, I think it helps with the hormones more or something like that. So it's one of those things where it like completely is.
I couldn't tell.
Almost
I'm being 100%. Hope this doesn't come across the wrong way. I could not tell.
No. I mean, no, I couldn't either. I had a friend of mine tell me about it when I was watching Euphoria, and I was like, wait, what? And then I was like doing research on it, and I was like, geez, this is crazy. And apparently that whole standalone episode that she has was inspired off of some actual things that she went through when she was transitioning and all that stuff like that. So yeah, It was like,
I'll never look at her the same way again.
Oh yeah.
Or them. I guess they
they're-
call it them now.
them. I think the pronouns are still her, she, her.
Okay.
I think she still does go by those pronouns, but it's just she went by. It was a he that turned himself into a female, so now goes by she, her. So
okay.
So yeah, So I definitely don't look at her the same way anymore. That's for sure. But yeah, no, absolutely excellent. List of nominees here so far, and then also for the supporting actor ones, I think it for this category, I think it's Robert Downey Jr.'s to win, just because of how much he's putting into this role. I think he's pretty much going to win it, and then Thomas Goodman Hill, man, he was a dick in Baby Reindeer, but all of them are really good. I'd love to see either one win, but I think it's definitely going to be Robert Downey Jr. And then the next category is we have writing, which is for a limited series, anthology series, or movie. It's Baby Reindeer, Black Mirror, Fargo, Fellow Travelers, Ripley, and True Detective. What are your thoughts on that?
Fargo should win. Fargo, Fargo has excellent writing throughout the whole series. I mean, from what I've seen, so yeah.
I'm scrolling down to it. I'm trying to find it here. I got them all in front of me. I'm sorry. I know this is not good for. Okay, here, outstanding directing, outstanding writing. Oh, God, I got directing in front of me. I'm gonna find writing. Here it is. Okay. So Baby Reindeer, Black Mirror, Fargo, Fellow Traveler, Ripley. I mean, they're just saying Steve Zalian is the writer of Ripley. I think he's amazing. What he does with that show is incredible. If I had my druthers, I would have him win, because he wrote the entire series. That to me would be the person that would win. I mean, part 6 of Night Country, that was a kind of a rough episode. I'll tell you that right now. I remember that episode. I mean, it's hard to pick out an episode, you know what I mean, when you're thinking about these. Joan is Awful. I remember that episode of Black Mirror. I thought that was a good episode. So they did a good job here, you know what I mean? But if I had my druthers, I'd just give it to Steve Zalian overall, because he wrote the whole series, and I love Ripley so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, that was a really fun episode of Black Mirror. And then the rest of these, I mean, the Tragedy of the Commons episode is the one that's in writing for that. And then part 6 is the one that's in writing for True Detective Night Country. Baby Reindeer and Ripley are like the only ones where it's like the whole series is written. Yeah. So I'm definitely I would definitely say Ripley or Baby Reindeer, I think, because both of those were extremely well written. So next up, we've got the final one in this category. We have directing, which is Baby Reindeer, Fargo, Feud, Capote versus the Swans, Lessons in Chemistry, Ripley, and True Detective Night Country. So,
and I got to go with Ripley, because it sounds amazing. So yeah, I'll watch it. Then I'll start watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat as Ross here. I mean, you look at a specific episodes like Baby Reindeer episode 4, Fargo, The Tragedy of the Commons, Feud, the Gus Van Sant episode, which is the pilot, which is a good episode. It introduced you to the story a little bit, but it doesn't do anything like special or nothing like that. The Poirot episode of Lessons in Chemistry, by Millicent Shelton is a good episode, but to me, it's the fact that Zalian did all 6 episodes of Ripley, and it's one of the most gorgeous things you'll ever see. It's some of the best directing and best cinematography I've seen of any show all year long, let alone this year. Might be for going back decades. That's how good the cinematography in Ripley is for me, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? So I definitely would give. I mean, Zalian, writer and director. You know, I would if freaking Ripley stole the thunder from Baby Reindeer, I would absolutely love it. And you know, in none of these shows, I mean, some of these, I mean, it's the same old shows. So it means like all the shows that I like Sugar and Manhunt and Masters of the Air and Monarch, none of them are getting into any of these. You know, where's Masters of the Air? You know, where's Manhunt? Where's Sugar? You know what I mean? But I don't want to sound like a broken record, you know, because there's some amazing directing in those episodes, in those shows, you know.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think this one for sure. I would have to say Ripley or like Baby Randy or even True Detective, because I had some really good directing this season for sure.
And Issa Lopez of Night Country, that's a great show. There's no doubt about this season is a return to form for True Detective, but it's not on the level of Ripley.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So next up, we've got the comedy series categories. So for best outstanding comedy series, we've got Abbott Elementary, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, Palm Royale, Reservation Dogs, The Bear, and What We Do in the Shadows. I was like, I got all these ones right when predicting, and I'm happy that some of these shows I've never been nominated for. Like, I'm happy Reservation Dogs got in there. It's such a good show, and they get nominated finally for its final season. So happy to see something like that. Curb Your Enthusiasm is the one that, from my heart, I want to win, just because it's the final season. It's been on for so many years. I feel like it would be a great way to say goodbye to that classic show that's just excellent. What We Do in the Shadows, maybe the funniest show on TV right now. Glad that one's in there. And then The Bear, of course, season 2 is great. It's like, yeah, very, very good category. I've seen a majority of these shows. I started watching Palm Royale, but I've seen every single one of these shows except for Palm Royale. So I'm like on episode 4 right now of that one. But yeah, pretty strong category. What do you guys think?
I have a question though. Okay, I know I'm making season 3. I know we're talking about season 2, but don't worry. Season 3 of The Bear has mixed responses. Will that affect season 2 winning? I don't think so.
No.
Like, what's his face? White Lotus was already out. Season 2 of White Lotus, and season 1 was cleaning up at the Emmys. You know? It's not gonna. It's not gonna change what people thought of season 2. That season 3 is mixed. Same thing with Ted Lasso. You know, not the fact that they're nominating things from 2 years ago and try to get, and then they say, oh, well, season 3 isn't as good, blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with that. It's what they feel like regarding that show and that season.
Okay, yeah. You know, then the Bears gonna win this easily. I thought season 2 was better than season 1.
Season 2, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, it's not even a comedy though. But
well, we don't even want to get into that. Trust me, I agree. But it's here, so we got to talk about. You know, I don't see a whole lot that's funny about The Bear myself.
Every single person that I talk to who watches The Bear says, "How is it a comedy?"
Yeah, Malcolm's like, "Oh, look at this. This is what I."
You don't watch it,
Malcolm. We know it says drama and comedy on IMDb.
Does he watch it though?
No, he don't watch that. Are you kidding me? After these shows, he doesn't watch it. We know that, Malcolm. I'm not knocking Malcolm, but the fact of the matter is, if you watch the show, it's a drama.
Yeah.
And the fact is, drama in miniseries would have 20 nominees. If if they didn't split things into comedy
Yeah.
and made for TV movie and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because those are the two things that most of the things that come out are they're dramas or they're miniseries. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line of this. And you hear me saying I love this show, this one, this one, this one. Do you hear me saying I like a lot of comedy? No, because I don't like a lot of comedy. I like dramas and I like miniseries. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've only seen 3 of these actually. And I've been meaning to watch Abbott Elementary for 3 years now. I just haven't got around to it, you know. Never seen a single episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
I know that's blasphemy, right?
I started watching it.
Hacks, I never seen an episode of that. Love, I never missed an episode of Only Murders in the Building. Love that show. I think it's fantastic. Palm Royale, I'm the same way with you, Michael. I caught about 3 or 4 of the episodes, and I never went back and finished. I got to go back and finish Palm Royale because I did like what I watched. Yeah. Another one I've been meaning to watch, and I just haven't got around to it, is Reservation Dogs. Awesome. And one I've never seen a single episode of is What We Do in the Shadows. So there you go. The 2, if I could only go off the 2 that I watched, and of the 2 Hulu shows, the true comedy is Only Murders in a Building, but it's not gonna win over The Bear because The Bear season 2, episode 6 and 7, those are the probably episodes that get in the like directing category and the writing category. Yeah. When we get to that, Michael, those are the 2 best episodes of last season. They were amazing episodes. Bear cleans this. I mean, I hate to say it for Only Murders in the Building, but Bear's got it because season 2 of The Bear was masterpiece.
Yeah, yes, and Dan though, season 1 of Curb Your Enthusiasm has one of the funniest episodes of TV I've ever seen.
I love it. It's a funny show. That's why the Bear shouldn't be in here.
No, because
like from like Only Murders.
Like the wife's aunt dies, so then like he sends in the obituary, but the proofreader doesn't do his job. So then instead of the words beloved aunt, replace the A with the C.
Yeah, I know. I remember that episode.
Yeah. So I love this category. I watch a lot of comedies, so like I've seen more of the comedy categories than the drama categories. So because they're quicker binges for me, so I'm able to always get through them faster. So I love a lot of these. I would love for like Curb Enthusiasm or Reservation Dogs to win. Like that's my heart. That's because they're both the final seasons. I would love for them to win. Either one I'd be good with, but yeah. That and then for the next category, and just so we get through this a little faster, I'm gonna read off all the acting or all the main, like so like lead actor, actress, supporting actor, and supporting actress, and we can just like talk about them all just because like it's already almost an hour in, and I gotta literally wake up like before daybreak tomorrow, so because it's like so I gotta be up like super early. So we'll read them off like pretty quickly here, but then I'll just go to like you, Dan, and like talk about each one that you want to talk about them. But for lead actor, we've got Matt Berry for What We Do in the Shadows, Larry David for Curb Your Enthusiasm, Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building, Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, Jeremy Allen White for The Bear, and then Dupara Woon Atai for Reservation Dogs. Hope I pronounced your name right. Love seeing him get in there though. It was awesome. And then for lead actress, we've got Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary, Ayla Debris for The Bear, Selena Gomez for Only Murders in the Building, Maya Rudolph for Loot, Jean Smart for Hacks, and then Kristen Wiig for Palm Royale. For the supporting ones, we've got Lionel Boyce for The Bear, Paul W. Downs for Hacks, Evan Musk Bacharach for The Bear, Paul Rudd for Only Murders in the Building, Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary, Bowen Yang for Saturday Night Live. And then we've got for supporting actress, Carol Burnett, Palm Royale, Lisa Collins-Zayas for The Bear, Hannah Einbinder for Hacks, Janelle James for Abbott Elementary, Charlie Ralph for Abbott Elementary, and then Meryl Streep for Only Murders in the Building. So what do you think of these acting categories?
All right, let's go up to I'm going to go up to the comedy actor and actress. All right, so like I said, some of the shows I haven't seen. Abbott Elementary, so I can't talk about Quinta Brunson. I love Selena Gomez in Murders. I've already just talked about how much I like Murders and Only Murder. Haven't seen Hacks, haven't seen Loot, so I have no comment on. Kristen Wiig is fantastic in Palm Royale, but to me, it's a no-brainer. It's Iowa Debris for the Bear. I mean, and I'm not going to talk about who I would like to have it here, who I wouldn't. Just because I'm not a big comedy guy. So yeah, Iowa Debris for the Bear. She's incredible in the show. She was great in season 2. I like her, what she's going through in season 3, even though we haven't got to the kind of the. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but yeah, she's going through a lot in season 3, which we'll see in season 4. Matt Berry, What We Do in the Shadows, haven't seen that, so don't know. Like I said, haven't seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, so don't know for Larry David. Obviously, Martin Short and Steve Martin are the lifeblood of Only Murders in the Building. So I love that show. I love those guys. Like I said, I haven't seen Reservation Dogs. To me, I hate to do it to the Steve Martin and Martin Short because I think they deserve. One of them deserves to win, but it's Jeremy Allen White. I think he's incredible in The Bear, and I'm going to talk about The Bear because that's one of the shows that I've seen a lot. So I got to go with Jeremy Allen White, and I think he's amazing as this character, as Carmi and Berzado. I just think it's going to be a Bear. It's going to be a Bear sweep, I believe. Now let's go into the supporting categories. I'll scroll down here to the supporting categories. The comedy. Come on, where are you? All right, here we go. So Olivia Colman, barely in The Bear. How does she get in there? Jamie Lee Curtis, in the one episode, she's great in that one episode. Oh, no, wait. No.
Yeah, that's guest actor.
I scrolled down to the wrong thing. It's my fault. I scrolled down to the wrong thing. Where? That's guest actress. Okay, where is supporting actress?
It's right above.
Where is it? I'm scrolling down.
I think.
Okay, outstanding guest actor. Guest actress. Oh, here we. Nope, that's outstanding actor. Limited series, anthology series. All right, here we go. Okay, I apologize. It's bad. So Carol Burnett, I mean, I like her in it. I think it's more of a Kristen Wiig show. Palm Royale is.
Yeah.
I think this is a real bad thing in my opinion. I feel like Liza Cole and Zayas, if they get nominated for season 3, she should be nominated in season 3 of The Bear, not for season 2 of The Bear. She has got an episode in season 3 that's amazing. Yep. Her episode is fantastic. Why they gave her this nomination for season 2 of The Bear? She's not really, I mean, she's in the show, obviously, but haven't seen Hacks, obviously. Haven't seen Abbott Elementary.
It might have to do with the fact that voting was happening while season 3 was just got. Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what happened. I know that for a fact, Michael. Meryl Streep is really good in Only Murders in the Building, but this is it's probably going to go to one of the girls from Abbott Elementary here because I don't see them giving it to Liza Cole and Zayas for The Bear because it's not the season that she should be nominated for. Carol Burnett's a legend. Meryl Streep is a legend. But I think and I don't want to sound like but they probably want to go a little diverse so they don't always want to be a bunch of white people. So they might give it to one of the girls like Janelle James from Abbott Elementary or Cheryl Lee Ralph from Abbott Elementary. So that's why I think that there. Lionel Boyce, he's good in it, but he's not like great in The Bear. Hacks, like I said, haven't seen it. I liked Paul Rudd in that season of the Only Murders in the Building. I'm just worried that why did they put SNL into this category?
Yeah.
Why not put SNL variety with like guest actors or something like that? Why is Bowen Yang in here? Are they saying that because it's a regular show and he's a supporting character in that show, that's why they put him in here? I don't understand that. To me, that's another wacky one. But it's Eben Moss Bacharach. His episode 7, whatever the name of that episode was with him, best episode of the whole entire series. I thought episode 6 was incredible. Episode 7 was amazing. I mean, was it Knives? What did they call that?
I think so. There was one episode that almost competed with that episode in season 3, though, which was the birthing episode. That was on another level too. But
yeah. But I would say it's Eben Moss Bacharach. Like I said, it's gonna be the Bears going to take a lot of these categories. So those are my picks as far as that goes. I mean, but yeah, don't be surprised to see Bowen Yang pull that out there. I don't know why he's even in there, but whatever.
Yeah, I've never really understood the whole SNL thing and how they do that, but he's in there. And yeah, as far as these categories go, I am pretty pleased. I mean, when it comes to like the leading categories, yeah, Jeremy Allen White's going to win for the Bear. He was incredible, especially in season 2. I would love to see like the guy from Reservation Dogs win because he's so good. And it's like his last chance to win it. For something like lead actress, it's AOD where he's in there. But Selena Gomez, I think this is her first time being nominated for Only Murders in the Building from the Emmys, because like that's been a thing for ages, is that she's been snubbed for like the last 2 seasons, and people are like,
so they could give it to her.
We're like, yeah, something like that. So that's interesting. But I'm glad that she was so good in season 3. So I'm glad that she finally got her due there. And then for supporting actor, Evan Moss Bacharach. I am glad Lionel Boyce got in there for the Bear as well, because he is also really incredible and he has some good stuff in season 2 for sure. And then as far as supporting actress goes, like I could also see him awarding Hannah Einbinder. I haven't seen season 3 of Hacks yet, but what I hear is that she is like on par with Jean Smart. And if you're on par, if you're able to stand toe to toe with Jean Smart, then that's telling you right there that you are a great actress. And she was great in the first 2 seasons that I saw. So I can see that.
So honestly, though, I hope that like Lionel Boyce wins. Do you know why?
Why?
That's a true supporting performance.
This
season was just as much as Richie's as it was Carmi's. Season 2 was.
Yeah, it's true. Speaking of that, we can go on to the for him, if you have any, directing and writing for a comedy series. So we'll do I'll read off the directing first. We've got Abbott Elementary, Hacks, The Bear, which is Fish's episode.
What episode was Fish's?
Fish's is the dinner episode when they're all the flashback, the Christmas dinner.
Oh, so they're calling episode 6 Fish's?
No, that's what they call that.
Yeah, it's been called Fish's, but yeah.
They're saying, I would have liked 7 to get nominated, but that's fine. 6 was great though, so that's
but
fine.
Then they also nominated an episode called Honeydew. Yeah.
Honeydew? What episode is Honeydew?
That was
because to me the best 2 episodes of the show were episode 6 and 7 for me.
Okay, it's where it's where it's where he's in Denmark.
Yeah, that was season 2, episode 4 was Honeydew. So episode 7 didn't get in there, which is
it's where Marcus went there.
Okay. He was learning how to be a pastry chef. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that. Come on, where is episode 7, man? That's budget baloney.
It is. I was thinking they would do that because that was like the second highest rated episode that season. It was the first highest rated episode was Fish's, and then it was episode 7 that was the second highest rated of that season. But
But I did see the Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman got in there, and then we have the My Pat Show, which is a BET Plus original.
Yeah, the Miss Pat Show. Yeah,
interesting. Or Mrs. Pat Show. That's that one there. And then for writing, you have Abbott Elementary, Girls Five Eva, Hacks, The Bear, The Other Two, and What We Do in the Shadows. So, what do we think of the writing and directing categories?
Well, I mean, I'm going with The Bear in directing and writing, like I
Yeah,
would
me
go
too.
with everything else. But I was glad to see The Gentleman get in there. That was nice to see The Gentleman get in.
Yeah, next year though, Ayla Gibri could get nominated for best directing.
Because she directed an episode of The Bear, right?
Yeah, the one that we were just talking about. You know, like that.
Oh, the one I liked. She did the Liza Lopez.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
That's one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's Bear. Fishes is going to win for both. It's sad that episode 7 didn't get it. I'm shocked. I thought episode 7 was amazing, but
yeah, because it was Fishes that was also nominated for writing, and they didn't nominate any other for writing. But that's I am kind of shocked. I've tried Girls Five Eva. Don't think it's for me. I've tried watching the show. It's
okay. Like here, let me tell you something funny about Girls Five Eva. I've never seen it. My mom is the biggest Sarah Bareilles fan in the world. You know, the biggest. Yeah. Even she says it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I can't get into that show.
Oh, Mike, we have a comment. Just to let you know.
Oh yeah, Tori says, "Hey guys, hello."
You knew that. Right?
Oh yeah,
my girlfriend. So yeah.
Yeah, good to see you. But yeah, so that one's on. And I've not seen the other two, so I don't know how that show is. But I know that I've seen pretty much everything else. Yeah, I can't really complain too much about these. I'm surprised no Curb Your Enthusiasm in writing.
Yeah, you'd think, right?
Yeah, you would think that something like that would have gotten in there. Very surprised not to see that, especially for like the finale or something. Or like Reservation Dogs, because that's written by like Taika Waititi and such. Like I'm surprised that has no writing one in there. So that's also very interesting. But I'm not upset though with the categories, that's for sure. And I think the Bear is going to easily sweep both of those, hands down.
I was reading about the Bear just now, and then you know the sister, right?
Yeah.
You know who her dad is in real life, right?
Who?
Chris Elliott.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Abby Elliott's Chris Elliott's her father.
Which Abby Elliott, by the way, next season she's going to get nominated for
her episode.
Because her
those
episode,
are my two favorite episodes.
Yeah,
the Abby Elliott's episode with Jamie Lee Curtis when she gets pregnant or she gives birth, and then the Eliza Lopez blah 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 episode. Those are the two episodes to me that were the strongest this season. You know,
I agree, but and they were both so good in their standalone episodes. So I think that they definitely Abby Elliott next year.
The cameos were good in those episodes. I like the cameos. I didn't like the other episodes that had all the cameos. And say they're just kind of obligatory cameos, but the cameos meant something in those two episodes.
Yeah,
I haven't seen them yet, but that one cameo really pissed me off this season too.
Oh yeah, John Cena.
Yes.
God, he's annoying as hell too.
Yeah.
This episode, he's annoying as he plays a plumber or whatever. He is annoying as hell. Trust me, I'm right with you on that, Ross.
He did not. When I told my dad, like I warned him, because I've seen the episode, and I said this one has somebody that does not fit in the bed. He says, "Don't tell me." And then he walks up and he sees John Cena. He goes, "John Cena, really?"
Yeah. I'm getting kind of sick of him popping up and everything. So for drama series, the best drama series, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 here for best drama series. So the nominees are 3 Body Problem, Fallout, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun, Slow Horses, The Crown, The Gilded Age, and The Morning Show. I've only seen about like 4 of these. I'm still catching up on like Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Three Body Problem. Haven't seen The Gilded Age, and I haven't watched the newest season of The Crown. I've seen the clips from it, but I haven't watched the newest season, so I gotta get on that. But the rest of them I have seen, like The Morning Show, Slow Horses, Shogun. Just it's I just wish something like The Curse or Loki could have gotten in here. But what do y'all think of this category?
I've seen 5 of the 8. I've seen The Crown, Fallout, Shogun, Slow Horses, and Three Body Problem. I've meant to see Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I just haven't got around to it. I never seen a single episode of The Morning Show. And I have watched The Gilded Age. I meant to watch The Gilded Age a couple times and just went and watched something else instead. Yeah. But I'll tell you, I think a lot of these shows are fantastic shows. There's no doubt about it. But I think if anybody that has seen Shogun will tell you that Shogun is the best show all year. You know what I mean? The Crown really is a great show. And it doesn't matter what era The Crown is in. It's well done. The producer does a great job. The writing team does a great job. The actors, even each 2-season arc of it is fantastic. But it's going to go up against a juggernaut this season, and that is Shogun. And I like Fallout. I'm a fan of Fallout, and I think Fallout's good. But none of these shows even come close to Shogun. I mean, what they were able to capture with that production of cinematography, costumes, makeup, sound, music, acting, it's just the perfect storm, and it's the new Game of Thrones, really, if you ask me. They keep making this show, making the quality as good as it is. It could be the next Game of Thrones. It could just win year after year after year, And people have seen The Crown win a few times. So let's have something else win. And I think it's the new kid on the block, and that's Shogun.
Yes. Yeah.
The Emmys love the new kid. All that stuff.
Reason, okay, normally the Gilded Age isn't my kind of show, but the only reason why I want to see it is that like I'm a big Christine Baranski fan. She's the only reason why I want to watch it.
Yeah, those type of shows are usually not up my alley either. But I will say that I think the runner up actually in this category could end up being Fallout, just because if anything is to upset Shogun, just because of how big Fallout was and just how that was massively popular. I think if anything was to upset Shogun, it would definitely be Fallout. But I'd be happy with either one of those ones winning. But yeah, I definitely think it is going to be Shogun. My heart wants Slow Horses to be the one that wins because my heart loves that show so much. But
very good.
But
Gary Oldman is amazing in it, and
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's one of those Gary Oldman as Lamb might be like my favorite character on TV right now. Like I love that character so much. And but yeah, no, just all these shows are really good. And once I catch up on these other ones, I'll know more. But yeah, Shogun definitely gonna sweep the drama categories. For lead actor and lead actress, we've got Idris Elba in Hijack, Donald Glover, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Walton Goggins for Fallout, Gary Oldman for Slow Horses, Hiroki Sanada for Shogun, and then Dominic West for The Crown. And then for actress, we've got Jennifer Aniston, Morning Show, Carrie Coon, Gilded Age, Maya Erskine for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Anna Sawai for Shogun, Imelda Staunton for The Crown, and then Reese Witherspoon for The Morning Show. What do y'all think of the leading actor and actress ones?
Good. I hope that Hiroki Sanada wins. Or Walton Goggins, I think, is second actually because he played such.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, go ahead, Ross.
No, I was done.
Oh, you were done? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, that category is stacked. I mean, Idris, if you have not seen Hijack, I mean, he is incredible in Hijack. I love Idris Elba in Hijack. I can't believe it's in here. I thought it was a miniseries, I guess.
Yeah.
But haven't seen this Mrs. Smith, obviously. But the other four, Gary Oldman, Hiroyuki Sanada, Dominic West, and Walton Goggins, are all incredible in those shows. And I mean, this is a 5-horse race for me. I mean, it could be anybody. It could literally be any one of these 5, except for Donald Glover, because I haven't seen it. But I mean, wow. If Hiroyuki Sanada wins, that would be so freaking awesome. And I like Walton Goggins, and I like Gary Oldman, I like Idris Elba. This is one of my favorite categories of the entire Emmys, though. But I think it's going to be Hiroyuki Sanada. I mean, he was the lifeblood of that show. What he was able to do with that character and how amazing he was, I think it's going to be him. But what that category as a whole is just such an amazing character. Jennifer, haven't watched the morning show. Haven't seen the Gilded Age, but now that Carrie Coon is in, I might actually watch that. Like I said, haven't seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm pissed off that Elizabeth Debicki didn't get in for the crown, so I definitely don't want to see Imelda Staunton win. So who was left? My girl, Anna Sawai. She's left. She's got it's going to be Hiroyuki Sanada and Anna Sawai. Oh, please, please, please. Oh, I'd love to see them two win. I would. I mean, Shogun and them two would be amazing if they both won and the show won. You know, but yeah. So, but I like the men category better because there's 5.
Yeah. Do you guys think though? You guys see that Cosmo Jarvis was snubbed too?
Yeah. Cosmo Jarvis. He was not nominated for lead as well, and also the guy who played Kashigi Yabashigi, which is Tanabu Asano. I thought he was excellent too. I thought he would have been good and great in supporting. Like, I thought he was excellent on the series. So none of those two were nominated. The only ones they really nominated was Hiroki Sanada and Anna Sawai. Those were like the only ones they nominated, because they didn't even nominate
that's amazing.
Moika Hoshi either. Like, they didn't nominate her. I was just like, there was a lot of other ones that they could have nominated.
Yeah, that's shocking that the supporting people didn't kind of get in there in some of these roles, but the two leads, the two leads got in there, but the supporting people didn't get in there. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. But when it comes to these categories, yeah, I think Hiroki Sanada and Anna Sawai are both definitely going to win. If anyone comes close, I could see Walton Goggins taking it, just because of how like charismatic he was and just like his performance and just the kind of character he's a very showy kind of role, you know.
Yeah,
kind of
with a lot of makeup.
I could see
he
that.
Was great as a ghoul. There's no doubt about it. He was great as a ghoul. But a lot of people in this, and I wouldn't say this, but I think a lot of people would think, oh, he's just playing himself from Justified or any other Western he's been in. He's just playing himself with the makeup on.
Yeah.
And it's sad that people would say that, because I honestly think him as the ghoul was perfect casting. So it's kind of like, you have your cake and eat it too there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally see what you mean. But also, I wanted to say this. This is the real snub of the entire. I mean, obviously Elizabeth Debicki is a snub, but I am like, and Emma Stone is a snub, but also no Ella Purnell for Fallout. Not at all. She was the heart of that show. She was absolutely just the heart and soul of that show, and she was not nominated for Fallout, which is ridiculous. Like, get Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston out there and nominate like Elizabeth Debicki and Ella Purnell. Those are the two that should have replaced them. It's just that's ridiculous snub. but yeah, for the supporting categories, supporting actor. Oh, he was nominated. Okay, I totally missed it the very first time they announced it. The Tobino Asano, he was nominated, so I'm glad he did. And there's two supporting ones in here because also Takiro Hira was also nominated.
Oh, that's good.
But so they have Tobinu Asano for Shogun, Billy Crudup for the morning show, Mark Duplass for the morning show, John Hamm for the morning show. They ride that show way too hard. The fact there's three in there,
I know, it was ridiculous.
And then Takahiro Hira for Shogun, Jack Lowden for Slow Horses, and then Jonathan Pryce for The Crown. And then for supporting actress, we've got Christina Baranski for The Gilded Age, Nicole Bihari for The Morning Show. Oh, okay. So she gets into supporting. Elizabeth Debicki is nominated, but for The Crown, but in supporting. And then Greta Lee for The Morning Show, and then Leslie Manville for The Crown, Karen Pittman for The Morning Show, and then Holland Taylor for The Morning Show.
Wow. So, look at all these damn morning show people. This is ridiculous.
They ride that show way too hard.
At least Elizabeth Debicki did get in here for The Crown. Now I don't feel as bad. And it looks like she's going to win because I don't see any of these people beating her. I mean, and Leslie Manville is really good as the sister of Queen Elizabeth. All the actresses that have played the sister of Queen Elizabeth have been fantastic. Leslie Manville, once again, is great as well. But I please give it to Elizabeth Debicki. I mean, I haven't seen the morning show, so I don't know, and I haven't seen the Gilded Age, so I don't know. But I just want Elizabeth Debicki to win. I just feel like she deserves to win. I mean, for playing that character, and she's so perfectly. I mean, I can't imagine anybody else playing Princess Diana. I mean, I know you guys probably aren't as familiar with Princess Diana as I am, but she's perfectly cast. I mean, when I heard that she was going to be playing that, I was like, oh my God, she could win an Emmy. And then when she played the character and she really embodied Princess Diana, I said, please, she's got to win the Emmy for this. She's got to win the Emmy for this. But the fact that there's two Shogun guys in here, I hope they don't steal votes from each other because people don't know which one is which, you know? But Jack Lowden is really good in Slow Horses, and Jonathan Pryce as the Queen's husband, which in the past, the other, Tobias Menzies, I might add, played the Queen's husband in one of the two, the middle bracket. And then Matt Smith played the husband in the first two. So it's been Matt Smith, Tobias Menzies, now Jonathan Pryce. He's good, but I just feel like they're lacking in nominees. Like 3 people from the morning show in both supporting actress and supporting actor? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's a little bit overkill if you ask me.
Yeah, do you know who I was taking out one of the guys from the morning show, and I put in Kyle MacLachlan from Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was down. Yeah.
What's the little guy? The little guy in Fallout. I can't think of his name. I've seen him in a couple movies and things like that. But what is his name? I forget his name. But yeah, I think it's 3 people from 6 people in those 2 categories from the same show. That's a little bit overkill, if you ask me.
Yeah, same. And I do think that I think that's why Elizabeth Debicki will win supporting actress for sure. But I also think that both the morning show people, because there's 3, and the Shogun people, I think are both going to cancel each other out. And so I think it's really a race between Jack Lowden for Slow Horses and Jonathan Pryce for The Crown. And I think just because it's the final season, they might award Jonathan Pryce here for The Crown.
Watch out though, because you know like how the awards, how they pay attention to each other. There was a name that you said though who should have been nominated for an Oscar last year too. That's in the morning show. Greta Lee.
Yeah. I mean, she is really she was good this season, but again, it's one of those things where I don't really think the show is like that.
And the fact that they've seen Slow Horses, that they're nominating it, is funny as hell, because I think I've been talking about this show since season 1. It's on its 3rd season. It's like, where's the love for the slow horses been? But in some of these shows, it's been nominated for so long. Morning Show, The Crown, you know what I mean? I like Takahiro Hira. I think he was really good in Shogun. I would love to see him pull it out here. But the bad guy, Tadamo Mabu Asano, he played the bad guy, right? He's really good as the bad guy in Shogun. So it's kind of you could be right, Ross. It could be a toss-up here of like, are they going to cross each other out, or Michael, the Shogun and the Morning Show people cross each other out, and Jack Loud sneaks in there and wins it for slow horse. That would be wild if that happened. If that happened, that would be wild. But he's well deserved because he's holding his own against Gary Oldman the whole time. He really does a great job of holding his own up against Gary Oldman in that show. So I'll tell you what, it's the best supporting actor is going to be tough. But I think you can almost, now that I know, I didn't know Elizabeth Debicki was nominated. I thought I saw this and she wasn't nominated, but I think you got to give it to Elizabeth Debicki. I mean, she seems like the most obvious, but
and I honestly do see a scenario where, let's not forget how there was another show that they kept on awarding years and years and years, and the final season came to very mixed reception, but they still gave it the Emmy for Best Drama Series, and that was Game of Thrones. I could easily still see a scenario where, even if The Crown has its mixed reception for the final season, I could still see them just awarding that and just giving it so much stuff just because it's the final season, and they're like, here's our goodbye to you guys. We love The Crown. Shogun will have 2 more seasons for us to award it. Here's the love for The Crown. So they could.
No, I agree. But the fact of that Crown has won twice already, Best Drama. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, this season was great. These 2 seasons, the last 2 with Elizabeth Debicki and this group was really good. But some of the other ones are a little bit better, and I think it's more of Elizabeth Debicki and Dominic West kind of pulling this season up a little bit. But you can't, and I don't want to come across the wrong way here, but you have to vote, and you have to vote on what you feel is the best that year. And if everybody and their brother is saying Shogun is the best, then Shogun should win, and Shogun should clean up. And it's sad for The Crown, because I think The Crown is worthy to be in these categories. You know what I mean? This season, but it's already won twice. It's not like it hasn't won. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
For directing and acting, we've got Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun, Slow Horses, The Crown, The Morning Show, and then Winning Time getting in there. So that was
I was shocked that Winning Time got in there. I was so happy. I was so happy that it got in there, because I love season 2. My boys, the Celtics, have a big part in season 2. Winning Time, we put a beat down on the Lakers in season 2 pretty good. That's why I think the show got canceled, because people stopped watching it because they wanted like all this debauchery and all this craziness involving the Lakers, but they forgot this is based on reality. The Lakers weren't that good those years. It was the Celtics. But I wanted more seasons of the Winning Time. I wanted more seasons, but the fact that it got into directing, hey, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then we got for writing, we've got Fallout, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2 Shoguns. We got one for Anjin episode, and then which I think was the premiere, and then Crimson Sky, which is the finale, and then we've got Slow Horses and The Crown. So, what do we think of the writing and directing category?
Yeah, well, I mean, that first episode is what gets you into Shogun. Anjin.
Oh yeah.
Is the episode, and then the last episode is like how it has to come full circle and how everybody has to be on the right page at the end of that. So those are 2 amazing episodes. And last episode of the Fallout is great. Now, is the Ritz the episode where something happens for our girl in The Crown? I wonder if that's where Princess Diana kind of takes it. But
that might be.
Yeah, so I don't know for sure if that's the episode.
I loved Winning Time. I wish it would gotten more love too, Dan. Because like they were hinting at a big part in season 3, if there was. Remember, like when the guy warned Magic, he's like, "Be careful sleeping around all the time."
Yeah, I know. And so you have Shogun, Crimson. Yeah, so Crimson Sky's got in here a couple times. It's got in for directing and it's got in for writing. So and The Crown is sleep, dearie, sleep. So I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what is going to pull it out for writing, but it'd be weird for them to give a writing nom to Winning Time after they didn't even nominate it for anything, So I don't see that getting in there.
Yeah.
And if Shogun is cleaning up everywhere else, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't win in writing or directing. But like you said, if The Crown starts winning in drama and starts winning in some of these, maybe it's The Crown that wins in directing and writing. I think they're going to go hand in hand, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Whatever, if Shogun wins, it's going to clean up in all the categories, and if The Crown wins, it'll clean up in all the categories. Don't you agree with that, Michael?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think that it'll clean up in every category. I can see a scenario though where like Shogun pretty much cleans up in every category, but then like you get Jonathan Pryce and Elizabeth Debicki win separately or something like that, and like maybe those are like The Crown wins and then Shogun wins everywhere else. I see those kind of.
The thing with Elizabeth Debicki, there's no Shogun people in her category.
That's true.
In Jonathan Pryce's category, there's 2 Shogun guys.
Yeah. So they could cancel each other out, and Jonathan Pryce ended up winning. So
you could be right. No, you could be right. You could be right. I mean, that could be the case, or they can go with the upset of Jack Loudon, which I would love if Jack Loudon got a surprise. That would be one of the shockers of the whole night if he ended up pulling it off. But I mean, it's just showing you. It just tells me, Michael, that Shogun and the Bear are locks. And our favorite in miniseries is Ripley, but is it going to overcome Baby Reindeer?
True. I don't think it's got that, because the Emmys still go with like what is also really popular, and I think out of the 2 limited series, I think your best bets to bet on are either Baby Reindeer or True Detective Night Country, because True Detective Night Country was also really talked about a lot, and people were like, watching that and that. So I definitely think that those are like your 2 biggest bets in that category. And then for drama, I think Shogun and Fallout are like your 2 biggest bets, but maybe The Crown could also. I think The Crown, like it's between those 3. And then for comedy, I think it's really just like between The Bear and
Holy Murders and Abbott Elementary. But
one of those, I guess. But it's like really just like mostly The Bear. So
do you know what though? Do you know what shows that I can see getting nominated next year though? Honestly, House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah.
And then Clipped.
So, Clipped was hilarious. What a just complete debacle. I mean, what is wrong? Sometimes you say to yourself, how do these people get themselves into these situations?
Okay.
Pam and Tommy was really good. I like the fact that they do these kind of funny miniseries on Hulu, because then you could just like, God almighty, how do these people put themselves in these situations?
No, and people think that like Donald Sterling was stupid, right? Which he was. The wife was no brainiac either.
Oh, no, I thought she was doing good there, and then all of a sudden she just was like, what are you doing at the end? Yeah. I mean, make him sell the team, get billions of dollars. They ended up selling the team and getting to that guy, that main guy, and they did end up selling the team. So it's a good thing that the NBA had a hand in it, but all they did was benefit because they made billions off of it.
Yeah, it's so yeah. Those
Have you
ones,
started it yet? You'd love it.
Yeah, I've not started.
You want to do
for sure,
outstanding television movie? What a cluster F this is!
Oh god, and then we got to do animated after that.
Yeah,
what'd you say?
Before we leave, we can do animated,
Okay.
and we can do the television movies. So.
Yeah, we got to talk about outstanding movie. What a cluster F this is. First of all, Red, White, and World Blue. Okay, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. Unfrosted? Are you kidding me? It's because of the cast. It's because of Jerry Seinfeld, the love of Jerry Seinfeld and that.
I'm surprised he wasn't. I'm surprised he wasn't a double nominee because he actually had a big part this final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I was worried that they were gonna like double nominate them, and I was just like, oh,
wasn't
great.
Chip and Dale nominated a few years ago for this too?
That's a miniseries.
Yeah.
No, that's a good show.
No. No. I meant that like the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers TV Disney
Plus
movie.
That was
I think that was yeah.
But I'll tell you what could sneak in and win here, guys. Mr. Monk's Last Case, a Monk movie. I'm telling you right now, do not count that out because they love Tony Shalhoub from years past from Monk, all those years of Monk, and what's her call? The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So do not count out Mr. Monk's Last
It is,
movie.
and it's the best one in this category too.
Oh, there you go. If freaking Frosted wins here, man, I'm just gonna give.
What about how was Scoop though?
I don't even know what Scoop is. I never saw it.
It's a Netflix one, but yeah, I never saw that one either.
It's about like it's a royal thing too,
Well, I've seen every one of these except for Scoop. I don't know what Scoop is.
Okay, you remember like the whole interview with I think it was Prince Andrew and the whole Epstein Island. It's about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but what a cluster F of a category, though. I mean, you're telling me there isn't some better made-for-television movies than this category here? If you don't have any quality,
Am I Okay was one that just premiered on Max and that in May, and that was really good. And then
it came out 2 years ago.
It was at Sundance 2 years ago. It just dropped on, but it dropped on Max for in its official release.
That'll be for next year.
This year,
next year's. Am I Okay? Will be. This is such a cluster F of a cat. Just why not? Why if there's such a cluster F of a category and there's just no any quality things, just don't have that category.
Yeah.
Sometimes, get rid of that category. We don't.
How was Quiz Lady though? Was that good?
It's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's like it's fun. It's fun. Like Red, White, and Royal Blue is fun. But just God, this is like you're telling me that you can't get miniseries in here, like expand the miniseries category instead of having this category. Like give miniseries like eight nominees instead of having these 5 pieces of crap. You know what I mean? But that's me venting, I guess. But
and I would say it's 4 pieces of crap because I actually did really like the Mr. Monk's Last.
Oh, did you? Okay,
yeah, that was actually pretty good. So, but I have someone who's a big fan of the Monk movie. I thought they honored it really well, or Monk TV show. I was a huge fan of that show, so I thought they honored it really well. So I liked it. But every other one in that category, it's just like, what are we doing here? This is like ridiculous. So,
where's the animated? Is this? I don't even see it in here.
Animated, it's on the very, very bottom. It says underneath all other award categories if you're on the Emmy's website. But
I'm scrolling down here, but I'm looking at anthology, limited series, writing. Yeah, I don't see it
underneath variety series. As soon as you.
Oh, maybe I missed it then. Let me scroll back up here. Outstanding supporting actor, unlimited. Outstanding support. God. Okay, game show, outstanding variety special, outstanding variety special live, that's pre-recorded live, outstanding scripted variety series, outstanding talk series, outstanding reality competition that should have Survivor in it.
And then underneath variety, it says all other award categories, and then animation should be there at the top.
Yeah, I don't see it here. Outstanding variety special recorded, outstanding game show, outstanding.
It's fine. I can just read off the 5 nominees that we have, and then that'll just we can just talk about them. But we have a Blue Eye Samurai, Bob's Burgers, Scavenger's Reign, The Simpsons, and X-Men 97. Those are like the 5 that we have. I think it's X-Men 97 is going to win this. I don't really think any other. Really? Well, I
have to say, my friend, I think you're wrong. Have you not seen Blue Eye Samurai?
I've started it. I've not finished it yet. It's really good. Like, it's a great show so far. Like, I'm really liking it, but X-Men 97 is just very.
Have you seen it yet, Mike? Have you started X-Men 97?
Not yet. I need to.
I'm telling you right now, guys, I love X-Men 97. And I think it's a great show. But I think it's going to lose to Blue Eyed Samurai. So this is our first contentious argument here. Because I believe if once you see Blue Eyed Samurai from beginning to end, you'll realize how good it is.
Okay, hey, Mike. Okay, like, you know how Campy is not really like an anime guy, right, Mike?
Yeah. He
loves Blue Eyed Samurai.
Oh, nice. All right. So, yeah, I need to get to finishing that one for sure. So yeah, guys, that is our Emmys coverage for you all. We will definitely be breaking the season down the more that we continue awards roundtable. We'll definitely be breaking down as many of these categories for you guys as we can. We'll be doing Emmys and Oscars, all that fun stuff for you guys. So thank you all for watching, y'all who watch. And the Emmys will be this September. We'll definitely be doing a watch along of the Emmys. We'll be doing a after show discussion on it, stuff like that. So you guys can be on the lookout for all of that. Where can the people find you, Dan? Let them know.
You can find me right there from thefourthrow.com, where I'm a film critic in Orlando, Florida. I post all my reviews all over the place. I post them to X. I post them to Blue Sky. I post them to Instagram. I post them multiple groups on Facebook. So if you're on any of those social medias, you can find me at either DP Skipbound or from thefourthrow.com or any variation of that. That's usually what my handle is. I pop up on the Movie Hero Network. I pop up on the Dill Pickle Network. I pop up on the Chasing Labels Network. These are all YouTube channels. So, but I'm just excited. I got a big premiere tomorrow night that I cannot wait. I'll have my review out on Tuesday. I'll be going to see Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow night. And so I am very, very excited about that. So my review will be out on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, and then I'll be starting a new podcast, doing what we're talking about here, talking about awards season starting on Sunday. So stay on the lookout for that starting Sunday. I'll be sharing out the link for that. So yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Michael. I mean, I have seen quite a few TV shows, but it just tells you that you just can't see everything because some shows I still have missed some shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I get that. And there's definitely going to be some shows that I won't even be able to get to around the time Emmys are going to start. Like I may not even be able to watch The Gilded Age. It's like
no, and then I've been like looking at categories, and there's one category that like doesn't matter, but it's very interesting that I think it's stacked too. Outstanding sound mixing for a nonfiction program. Here's I've seen 2 out of the 5. 2 out of 3 out of the 5. Okay, the Beach Boys, Jim Henson, Idea Man, Planet Earth 3, Stax, Sobel USA, and then Steve, a Martin documentary in two parts.
Oh wow!
3 of those I've seen, and they're
Yeah.
amazing. All 3 of them are amazing.
So yeah, those are all great. So yeah, guys, definitely check out fromthefourthrow.com. He does some great stuff over there. Make sure that you follow him on all of his other media outlets so you guys can find him on. You guys can find us here on the channel on Mega Movies. Subscribe for a bunch of different kinds of awards roundtable videos. This week is Deadpool and Wolverine week, so of course we're getting hyped up by watching Deadpool and Deadpool 2 this week on the channel, so you guys can definitely be on the lookout for that. And then of course we'll be giving you guys our Deadpool and Wolverine review and our theories and predictions video. We have a theories and predictions video that we'll be doing, and we'll be doing that one for you guys this week as well. So that'll be exciting. We are definitely in the heat of television award season, so I'm excited to continue this, and we will definitely see you all in the upcoming awards roundtable Emmys discussions. So that'll do it for this one, but we will see you all next time. And until next time, stay classy, my friends, and keep on watching those television shows.